And on that fateful night, my mother gave birth to me. In a pretty flower.
A flower?
Yes. It was called Cry Violet.
So is that why you carry that purplish flower on your head?
No. It's a remembrance of my mother and the Cry Violet.
What happened?
They both died. Tears were surely shed for this beautiful plant once it could no longer be found in the wild by the mid-1930s and went completely extinct by the 1950s. The Cry Violet, which was found exclusively in France, was driven to extinction after it was picked faster than it could be planted. My mother went to the wild one day to find them for me and she never came back.
I'm sorry. But is that why you decided to isolate yourself in the wild?
I did that because I wanted to understand the natural world hidden away from sinful man. I wanted to explore and see the plants in need. I wanted to soar with the birds and swim with the fishes.
I understand how you feel.
You do.
I have love for dogs, especially the Guinea singing dog because it's one of the most forgotten dogs. I think it's also very vulnerable. I studied how climate change and human activities lead to the loss of the animals and plants. And do you know what they call it? Extinction.
And we must fight it. It's time to go to the outside world.
45% of the world's known flowering plants could be threatened by extinction, scientists have warned. Those under threat include orchids, varieties of pineapple, and many important crop species. Of the nearly 19,000 new plants and fungi species discovered since 2020, 77% are thought to be endangered.
And it's our fault, right?
Human activities contribute to flower and plant extinction in several ways. Some include habitat destruction due to deforestation, chemicals and waste runoff, change leading to shifts in ecosystems and loss of suitable habitats, overharvesting for commercial purposes, as logging or themental plant trade, invasive species outcompeting native for resources. It's important for humans to be mindful of their impact on the environment and take steps to conserve and protect plant species from extinction.
Let us rest here for a while. It is almost morning.
But I am wide awake.
Then I'll recite a sweet short story for you about my mother. Daughter of the forest, Chantal, the woman who bore me in a giant flower, her beauty like no other, she dances with the birds and sings under the full moon. She spreads her beauty like a peacock, but fear not, for she is the humble creature of the forest. Blessed by the spirit forest, she carries both grace and charm. She would go to hunt but bring back vegetables and fruits. She would spare the littlest of all creatures. She, my mother, Chantal, an epitome of wiseness. Indeed a true daughter of the forest.
Your mother seems to be a very great woman.
Indeed she was, and this is why I vow to protect the wild.
My father is going to join the Conference of the Parties. Conference des Parties, CP, is the supreme governing body of an international convention, treaty, written agreement between actors in international law. COP is the decision-making body responsible for monitoring and reviewing the implementation of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It brings together the 197 nations and territories, called parties, that have signed on to the Framework Convention.
I think I'll give it a try as long as it means speaking out my voice.
Like seriously, where have you been for the past 2 days?
Huh, don't be like that. I took a tour around the forest and I found it quite pleasing.
Seriously. Okay, we have geography class in a few minutes, are you going to join?
I'm already here, so of course I'll join.
Your best friend told me you had a trip to the forest?
Yes sir, I did.
Did you learn new things that you would like to take the next seminar for us?
Well sir, something new. But I don't want to be the one to take it.
Then who?
My jungle friend. I forgot to ask his name.
Well, okay. If he can make it.
Why are you here?
Would you like to take a seminar about the forest in my school?
Of course. What is this?
It's a car.
Another machine humans brought out from sci-fi books.
We're almost in my school.
Good day everyone. My name is Jungle Boy, son of the daughter of the forest Chantal. Today, I'll be enlightening you all on my home in the forest. The forest is a beautiful place filled with different species and varieties of animals and plants. It's like a magical fairy tale. You eat what you want and learn survival skills. It's truly more relaxing than out here. The temperature is habitable and everything about it is perfect. But because of our activities, the forest isn't like before. Sometimes I run away from where I've settled because of forest fires, and other times my favorite plants go extinct. And the beautiful synthetic gloves on my head represents the cry violet. A beautiful flower that has gone into extinction.
Sir, what can we do then to save the forests and other living creatures from extinction? Because I really want to be part of the change, I want to help you and the lives in the forest, but what can we do? What can we do to save out Earth? Teacher, what can we do?
There are many ways to save our planet, including conserving water, reducing our use of oil and embracing green energy, reducing waste and single-use plastics, and planting more trees.
That was very impressive, you know. I love how you spoke your mind out.
I did what I could do. And I know we still have a long way ahead.
Have you heard of SDG goals?
What are they?
Goals that United Nations set up. 1. No poverty. 2. Zero hunger. 3. Good health and well-being. 4. Quality education. 5. Gender equality. 6. Clean water and sanitation. 7. Affordable and clean energy. 8. Decent work and economic growth. 9. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10. Reduced inequalities. 11. Sustainable cities and economies. 12. Responsible consumption and production. 13. Climate action. 14. Life below water. 15. Life on land. 16. Peace, justice and strong institutions. 17. Partnership for the goals. And you'll learn more in COP conference tomorrow.
Thank you for the opportunity to participate in this important conference, Climate Change. The discussions taking place here crucial for finding solutions to this global challenge. Global cooperation is essential in addressing climate change and achieving our goals. Thank you.
This movie is dedicated to all extinct flowers, plants and animals. And in memory of the cry violet.